Hello and welcome to my review of the Deathwing Assault box set for Dark Angels for Warhammer 40,000 from Games Workshop. Now this box set, when it was available, cost £135 and consists of Belial, Grandmaster of the Deathwing, 5 Deathwing Knights, which includes 1 Watcher in the Dark and a Teleport Homer, 10 Terminators, and that's of course with 2 Teleport Homers, and 2 Dark Angels upgrade frames, including the 2 Watchers in the Dark. You're also getting the 96-page Codex supplement Dark Angels and 2 Dark Angels transfer sheet and 20 datasheet cards for Dark Angels. So quite a lot is included in this box set. The datasheet cards would normally cost you £20. The Codex supplement is also £20. Belial is £26. The Dark Angels upgrade sprue and transfers, you get 2 of them, remember, in this set, are £21 each. The Deathwing Knights are £42.50, and then the new Terminator squad, they are £40 each. So overall, this set would normally cost you £230, so you're saving yourself almost £100, which means you're pretty much getting both of the Terminator units and the Codex for free. So you're getting a lot of free stuff in this set. It's incredible value. When you look at the face of it as being 3 units of Terminators and a character, it might not look that much, but when you dive into it and see that you get your cards, you get your Codex supplement, and then you get all of those, and then you get those 2 big upgrade sprues, you are getting a lot for your money with this set. We'll have a look at all of the minis up close, but I will say right now, I have done an unboxing of this set, of course, and reviews of all of these minis. I've done a first look of the Codex supplement, and in the unboxing of the Deathwing Assault, I did go through some of the cards that you can see just on the left-hand side. I wasn't really going to pick up Dark Angels at all, even though the majority of my Horus Heresy force is Dark Angels, but seeing as I waited so long to get Lionel Johnson last year throughout the summer, and then I did pick up Azrael, I thought, yeah, let's go for the Deathwing Assault. It did mean that I had to skip Flesh Eater Courts, and it did mean that I also had to skip the upcoming Dark Oath. I might pick up a couple of those miniatures though. But yeah, I'm quite happy with what's been provided. Yeah, we can always request more, and we can request more from certain kits and things, but let's have a look straight away. And one of the first models I sort of zoned into was Belial. I thought it's a great mini, and then, you know, they then announced Asmodai and things and brought him out, and he's also a great miniature. But yeah, Belial, really, I can't think of a better miniature to put with this Deathwing Assault box set. You know, Master of the Deathwing. This whole kit kind of includes all Deathwing. He's the go-to character for this set, and he stands bigger, taller on this bit of a scenic base. It's a fantastic model, great sword, great Storm Bolter. He's hooded. He just matches the whole theme of the set, and is fantastic, and, you know, leading them all on the slightly larger 60mm base. So great character in the set. Then the absolutely gorgeous Deathwing Knights themselves right there. They are fantastic. It is the full kit, so you are going to be getting you know, the swords and shields, as well as the maces. It's a bit of a shame that the shields don't really do anything, as far as I can tell, other than maybe giving them an extra wound. But it would have been nice if they buffed up their invulnerable save like you'd expect, or like the you know, Thunderhammer Storm Shield type Imperial Fist that we'll probably get at some point. I can't imagine Games Workshop sleeping on these new awesome looking Terminators. Again, This is great news for Great Knights if they decide to go down the Primaris path. They haven't really got any Primaris for Grey Knights for obvious reasons, but if they do go down that path, these are going to be incredible looking Grey Knights. They've really got the helmet and things right with them. Can zoom in there. Yeah, they just look awesome, and they're very, very cool. Awesome looking Deathwing Knights, and the ones with the maces are also very cool. You're getting a specific Deathwing Knights Watcher in the Dark here, which is different to your sort of Dark Angels accessory sprue one. If that sort of zooms in, yeah, the Dark Angels accessory sprue one is holding this big tome, and then the one with the Deathwing Knights has this smoking idol thing. So yeah, I'm building up quite a few Watchers in the Dark at the moment. The Teleport Homer is a little bit different compared to your standard Teleport Homer in that it is a bit more upright, but the symbols and things on it are the same. I think it also doesn't have a skull on, from what I could tell. Yeah, no skull on this one, but there is a skull on the, the standard set. So how would you follow that up with such a great start with Belial and the Deathwing Knights? Well, I think probably I would have preferred 2 units of Deathwing Knights so that you could have all 10 of them with the sword and shields, or 5 of them with maces and 5 of them with sword and shields. I probably would have done it that way rather than just then include 10 normal Terminators. They've decided to include 10 normal Terminators. What's great about these is, of course, you've got that awesome Dark Angels upgrade sprue with a few Terminator specific parts. So if we just grab the Sergeant, which I think is the one that I built first in this set. So as you can see, look, so there's a Dark Angel specific chest piece, Dark Angel specific helmet, specific shield thing, specific shoulder pauldrons, specific sword, which looks awesome, and a specific sort of half of the Stormbolter there, and specific tassets. So you really can kit them out as Deathwing. This is fantastic, the number of spare parts you get. I'll go through the spare parts after I go through the second Terminator set in here. With these, I went for the chain fists with all of them, I think they are. Whereas the other unit, I just went with pure power fists, just to give them a bit of variety. There are a fair number of poses you can go for, a bit like the standard Terminator kit. Gone for that one, sort of pointing his finger. This is one of the reasons why you probably pick up this kit, or the upgrade sprue at some point, is the plasma cannon. So yes, this is unique to the Dark Angels. You've got a Dark Angel shoulder pauldron there. This plasma cannon, which you can equip your Deathwing Terminators with, which is just absolutely awesome, and makes a welcome change from the Cyclone missile launcher and assault cannons. I mean, you still get those weapons in this kit because, of course, these are standard Terminators kit at the end of the day with the added upgrade sprue. So if you didn't fancy 2 plasma cannons, you can opt for the assault cannon or even the missile launcher if you wanted. This is another one of the sort of Dark Angels sort of shields that I went for this one, and again, all the shoulder pauldrons are Dark Angel specific, I think. So that's that unit with the chain fists and the plasma cannon. And then over here I went for another unit, but this time without the chain fist, just went for the power fist. This is what the Sergeant looks like. Again, I've used, I didn't use the Dark Angels helmet this time. I used that for the Terminator Captain, or Captain in Terminator armour, but I did use the sword and the shoulder pauldrons and the Stormbolter and the tassets for this one. Again, I used the shoulder pauldrons for the rest of them. I went for this quite cool pose, well, 2 really. This one I tried to give the pose of the Terminator about to fist something, kind of swinging that fist in its restrictive way that it can do. So it's about to, fist something. And then this one I went for quite cool pose where he's sort of firing a Stormbolter up. You don't get that many poses, and I just think that works. Aiming something high and just destroying it with that Stormbolter. But yeah, very, very cool. And then I went for a classic plasma cannon pose. If you've had the old, is it Dark Vengeance set or whatever it was, you remember that one of the Terminators in that does have a plasma cannon kind of resting on his thigh in a way, and I've kind of tried to mimic that pose. It might have worked better with the chain fist, but yeah, so you know, you've got plenty of options, is what I'm trying to get at for poses. So dare I say it, even if you picked up another one of these box sets, you could probably have, you know, all different looking Terminators, other than their, you know, helmets and their chest pieces and things like that. But the weapons and the arms are, you know, as you probably got experience of the standard Terminator set, you do get a lot of options to go for with this, you know, with the Terminator kits. Speaking of options and things, let me just show you, you know, the pieces I had available afterwards. So this is, I've got a Forge World bag here, and these are all of the parts I've still got left from just this box set. It's incredible. You know, I've got shields in here, I've got chain fists, I've got power swords, I've got maces, I've got the weapons and the chest pieces for the Terminators, the Cyclone missile launcher. Look how many pieces I've got. Lots of little icons and things, some Dark Angels ones too that I could use. So yeah, a lot of pieces, a whole bag full of pieces in this set. Not only that, I've still haven't even touched these two normal Primaris sprues, you know, the Dark Angels upgrade sprues. So I've got all of these Dark Angels kind of hooded heads. I've got Dark Angels specific helmets there. I've got some kind of book. I've got a nice power sword. I've got some things for the Raven Wing. All of those shoulder pauldrons as well for Stone Guard and normal intercessors. Some icons that you could put on tanks maybe. So yeah, so I haven't touched either of these, and these are what, probably worth £10 each if you look at it from a, you know, 50-50 point of view. But I've got some intercessors lying around, so I'm definitely going to be having fun modifying them and giving them some Dark Angel specific war gear for the 40k force. So that's really awesome that you're getting all of those spare parts as well. In terms of the Codex supplement, it really surpassed my expectations. It's a gorgeous book, lovely cover art. Almost 100 pages as well, which is crazy for a supplement. You've got all your rules, you've got all the options for painting, you've got all of the profiles for all of the units, and some lovely artwork. Really is one of the best supplements out there, similar to Black Templars as well. So I've got a lot of faith, if they do decide to do Imperial Fists or Emperor's Children or anything like that, if they bring these out to be about 100 pages each, yeah, I'm there with them on that, because yeah, it's a fantastic supplement. And then of course the cards too. You know, a pack of these are £20 or so for a pack, and again, they're lovely. The only thing I probably would change is things like this, where, you know, maybe they could have fit those two things on the front there. It's still quite busy obviously, but it just looks a bit odd having some of the cards, you know, with this artwork, and some that have the secondary set of rules. Is it just him? No, it's also the Deathwing Terminator squad as well, and the Knights and the Raven Wing. So there's a few there that are on double sides, but overall these are nice cards. They have warped a little bit, and I haven't kept them outside or anything. They've just been in this this case, and they have warped a little bit. I think Games Workshop could make them out of slightly thicker card. This is borderline thin. It is just thin card, but yeah, these could be firmer for the price, but lovely gold edges to them as well. So they're just pretty nice cards. And quick reference, if you've got a Dark Angels army and you just wanted to have specific cards laid out ready for your game. And that's all I've wanted to say about the Deathwing Assault. I think it's a great kit, saving yourself about £100 from getting all of the models separately. If you've got Dark Angels, this is a must army set. And if you're thinking about collecting Dark Angels, this is also a great starter set, because Deathwing at the moment are what Dark Angels are all about, until they sort of upgrade some of the Raven Wing sets, like the bikes and the fighters and things like that. You know, these are the newest miniatures, the biggest miniatures, and they're a great force to start Dark Angels with too. But what do you guys think of Deathwing Assault? What would you have included differently? I like the fact that kind of all of the miniatures in this set are brand new. We haven't got like an old Redempted Dreadnought or anything like that. If you have enjoyed this review, why not subscribe? Because then you'll be notified every day when I release brand new content. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.